Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Final Fantasy XVI. Last time we left off, we were hanging out here.
Softness, like eating a cloud with a crust.
Ooh, we got some naan. Is that naan? Looks like naan. Or like pita bread, I guess. Interesting. Yeah, we arrived here at the Dolomil Inn, and a few things happened over there. Is that so? I always like bazaars.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
Some out-of-towners picked a fight with the guard. Got cracked skulls for their trouble.
Wait, who got cracked skulls? Not me. Guard did. That's their own fault. I just happened to notice we can come up here, and I'm like, this would be where they would hide some treasure. Haha. Thank you. There you go, Clive. Just jump off. Oh. I wish it would let you just jump down there. Just surprise the hell out of people. Like you can do in Assassin's Creed, where you just jump and land in the middle of the crowd, and they're all like, ah!
Why is the tavern shut?
Don't worry about it. How about that?
The fight, is it? Some people can't handle their drink.
Nah, I can handle it just fine. They were the problem. Oh, that reminds me. I don't think I did a sync test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just woke up, so apologies. Hello.
Sorry, but the master's not here at the moment. All orders have to go through him.
I see. Probably not as good as Blackthorn anyway, let's be real. Couldn't melt butter. The struggle. Alright. Anything over here? Not really seeing much. This just looks like
If anything's damaged, it's the lash for you.
the slavers. Hello. Anything over here? Nothing.
A word of advice, traveller. You see pots like this around town, you leave them alone. Unlike where you come from, fresh water's in short supply around these parts. We store what little rainwater we get in these pots for, well, not a rainy day, but you know what I mean.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that makes sense. Surprise pots and not barrels. Usually like ring collecting barrels is what people go for.
My carpets have pride of place in Castle Dasbog. You too can live like a lord.
Uh-huh. Alright, so now we can go ahead and get out of here.
Fresh from the grill, get it while it's hot.
Once you go flat, once you go flat, you don't go back? Is that what that's insinuating? What? Okay. Interesting. Alright.
From the stoutest stoneware. Won't chip, won't crack, no matter how rocky the road.
Yeah, I always like the aesthetic of bazaars. It just feels, you know, cool. I feel like my first like really memorable exposure to it is definitely Agrabah in Kingdom Hearts. Of course, obviously I ran into it in JRPGs and stuff way before that as well. I want to say Xenogears has a
Soothe the aches and pains of the road.
I want to say Xenogears has a bazaar as well in one of the desert towns. A very beautiful fountain.
Look, Father, hot water. Look, where are the bearers who heated it?
It wasn't heated by magic. It comes out of the ground like this.
Yeah.
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters, and all under the watchful eye of Lord Kupka, who stands ready to crush any threat that might face us.
Yeah, no, I gotta hand it to him. You know, he's doing a great job here. You know? Really doing a good job protecting all of you. Alright, so, yeah, we gotta go, like, all the way down there to actually get out of this place.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Cid. Cid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamel is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Interesting. Isn't the inn called the Dalamil Inn? Or am I crazy? I was assuming that this person was just going to run the inn. I mean, it's called the Dalamil Inn. Alright, so let's do a little bit of reading. Literal oasis in the Velcroy, a desert in the western part of Dalmekia, Dalamil offers goods, food, and respite to those travelers who endure the long march through sweltering sands. In particular, the hot spring baths, fed from nearby waters, will not only ease the pains of the road, but are also rumored to cure all manner of ills from boils and buboes? I am not familiar with that word. To the various afflictions of to the groin, many of which are like to be contracted at one of Dalamil's many brothels. Oh, yes, yes. Cures STDs, does it? One of the Valistea's 5 remaining mother crystals, located in the Dalmekian Republic. Unlike its sisters who jet from the earth to tower above the landscape, Drake's Fang is completely enclosed within the vast hollow of an ageless mountain, its citrine fingers reaching inward to the barrow's heart. Excavation of these crystals has, over centuries, showered the Dalmex with substantial fortune, and as such is seen as a symbol of the nation's prosperity. Men of the Rock, private army under the command of Hugo Kupka. Originally employed by the Dalmekian Parliament to guard Drake's Fang, the bulk of the force was co-opted by Kupka when he seized control of the Mother Crystal, and has served him and only him ever since. Most men of the Rock idolized their commander for his political and financial achievements. After all, few can claim to have been made permanent economic advisor to the Dalmekian Parliament and built a wealth worthy of several generations in a single lifetime. Old ally of Cid's who fell out of contact with the resistance after his death, Desert Hare spoke with Cid and Cid alone, leaving the other members of the hideaway with few clues as to their true identity. Only the pseudonym, the name Rosina, and the memory that Cid met them in Dalamil.
Looks like we won't be getting back.
Maybe that would be the thing. Since Rosina's a pseudonym, maybe Dalamil is also a pseudonym. You know, just based off of the place that they came from. Basically. Would make sense to me.
Whatever this emergency is, they've shut down the whole mine for it.
I see. What happens if I try to walk past the guards? Is it like Kimari and they just push me? Oh.
The gate is closed by order of Lord Kupka. Any attempt to gain passage to Drake's Fang will be punished with arrest and incarceration.
Okay, thanks for the update.
Are you looking for something in particular?
A platinum sword. Okay, you sell a bunch of garbage. You sell the Breath of Lightning. That's interesting. You sell Desert Roses. You sell the 1,000 tables. And the, bunch of other stuff I don't care about. Okay, bye-bye.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Ah, that water looks beautiful. Pretty sure that's an enemy over there, too. I know where I've got to go, but I just kind of want to explore town a wee bit. Yeah, see, that's an enemy. We're going to that place. Yeah, these waters are so beautiful and clear. Goodness. Alright, so what happens if we run back here? Is there treasure? Yes, there is. A goblin coin. Not that I need the money. But hey, I mean, you know, gotta explore in an RPG. It's fun. Alrighty, so let's continue over this way.
Hanging lanterns,
Keep the darkness from your door.
Your arms are like iron. Are all your muscles so hard?
Well, I'd be happy to show you.
provided I can afford it.
Hee hee ho ho, horny. Yeah. Hello. Okay, we found a brothel, I think. Hi, how are you?
Won't you come and play, handsome?
I'm good. I'm actually here with my uncle. I'll have to ask him if I can come and play.
It's all the fault of this blasted war. The moment they find out you're from the Empire, they flat out refuse to do business with you.
I see. Nice, nice patches, squad.
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of Gazal greens.
I named my price. If you can't pay it, that's your problem.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well that's who we need to talk to, as well as you. Anything of interest down here? This looks like there could be a... not a treasure.
This river runs all the way to the southern seas. They used to load the crystal onto barges and sail it to the villages downstream. Before the canyons were lost to beasts and bandits. When I was a girl, I would wave to the boatmen as they set off on their long journey, and they would throw me sweetmeats in return. Such happy times.
Now, there's sweetmeats again. Someone in the comments actually mentioned that's like another word for candy, which does make sense. So. The only other time I've ran into like meats being used in a different context from, you know, like actual animal meat was the center of nuts being called the meats. Like, I've seen like walnut meats basically, which I remember thinking was a weird way to say it, but I guess it makes sense.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
Alright.
This young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
I saw you cowering behind the counter eating soup while I was fighting. Alright, Byron?
Anything I can help you with, travelers?
Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No. I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
I mean, it feels pretty clear at this point that that's just, you know, like it said, like a pseudonym, an alias, so...
Light it, for Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer, aren't you? I was a fool to waste good coin on you.
Yeah, bears don't have it any better over here.
Back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Well, it's not like we've got a reason to. Why with this emergency?
Where's the... okay, so it's just a general objective here. Quest destination nearby. There you are.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly.
There we go. I'm surprised these people are answering all of our questions like this.
Sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furder knows.
Yeah.
Sweet incense. Wax candle.
Hey, how you doing?
Excuse me. Are you Furder?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the Desert Hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the Bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Alright. We're just going all over the place.
Trust him. Only as far as I think he trusts us.
Yeah, we might be getting set up right now. I'm imagining the Desert Hare is some part of the underground here. And they're probably not too keen on somebody just walking around asking about them. Especially considering their connections to Cid. So we're probably about to have weapons drawn on us because they might think we're Imperials. Or people looking to do them harm.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around?
Yup.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Okay. Hi everyone. Ignore the fact that I just use, you know, big Titan powers. Oh, you little bastard. Yeah, that's what happens. Oh, hey Byron, you're actually fighting with us now. Hello.
Nice try.
Bye-bye. Hate to break it to you. Oh, hi. Here we are. They actually have a very high amount of HP. You know what, let's just go ahead and drop one of these, because more might be summoned soon. Once again, just... I'm sure people in town are like, did you see those 2 tornadoes that started in the middle of town randomly? Yeah, that shit was wild. Like... 2 tornadoes centralized to town. Gotta be the talk of the town. Bye-bye. That gets me to 1,000. I don't know if I can get anything cool with that.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furder?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Lock of Leisure? Is this another brothel? Something tells me Cid really liked his brothels. Something, you know. I think Cid, I wonder how Cid made all of these friends, you know? How could that have happened? Let's see here. That's 1895. Raging Fists. Oh yeah, I meant to put that on instead of Upheaval. Specifically because I can use it to counter. Which seems really neat. I can master this. So let's go ahead and master and wind up. And let's actually put this on instead of upheaval. So Raging Fist. Blocking an enemy attack with a step forward increases the potency. Yeah. That seems pretty cool. Hey, did you guys see that other fucking tornado? Shit was crazy.
The finest fabric.
Is this the place?
Lubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
We were told to look here.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Delamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it.
With a name like Lock of Leisure, I was thinking, yeah, that was a brothel, but no.
Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
A kiss, maybe?
Gonna listen to this swaggering scruff?
I feel like you're hitting on Clive.
It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
We should have left Byron's ass at home. Byron's causing more trouble than anything.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
Alright, speak to the townspeople. Hello.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang, for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
Why was this called Follow the Crystals specifically? That was your hint. You said follow the crystals. Are these particular townspeople that I'm talking to marked in any special way? First I was thought maybe they had crystals on them or something like that, but doesn't seem to be the case. Hello.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
Ah, that's what you mean.
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
Okay, so yeah, we're having issues with that. Interesting. For the best drop in Dalamil, visit the final sting.
Master Lubor has high expectations of you. Don't disappoint him.
You know what? I'll think about it.
A deposit? For what?
Information, my good man. Now, listen carefully.
Subtlety is not your forte, Byron.
The juiciest meat from greens-fed birds. You wouldn't believe how much he gave me.
Well, I hope you gave as good as you got.
What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
I see. Publishing the men of the Rock on their cock. The men of the cock. All right. So find Byron. Hi.
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
Uh-oh. Are we about to walk in on something? Byron? Byron? I feel like we're about to walk in on something we're not supposed to.
I'm pretty flush these days.
Are you now?
Okay, so I actually left the area I needed to be in. You said upstairs, right? Was it this door? No? Where was it then? Because it's got to be like right around here. Is it this door? Huh. Oh, down there.
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement.
Because the inn was close, I was like, did Byron get a courtesan? And that's why the person was like, he's up there, but
But not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
Interesting, interesting. Alright. Well, I have found Byron. Well then, I think we're probably going to go ahead and end this episode off here. Because we are at 30 minutes, so... Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.